You are still here. You show up to the meetings, you answer the emails, you go through the familiar motions of a day that looks from the outside just like any other. Your body is present, a reliable fixture in the spaces it is expected to occupy, but you are already gone. This departure isn't loud. It doesn't announce itself with a dramatic exit or a final decisive conversation. It is a quiet internal retreat. It's the slow, almost imperceptible dimming of a light that once burned brightly. It is the feeling of watching yourself perform your own life from a great and silent distance. This is the moment you left without ever leaving. This experience is a strange and isolating one. It's a private severance that no one else can see. You might even question it yourself, wondering if you are just tired or simply going through a phase. You are functional. You are productive enough not to raise alarms. The work gets done. The chores are completed. The conversations are had. Yet, a crucial part of you has packed its bags and slipped away in the night, leaving behind a capable but hollow shell. It often requires immense effort to maintain this facade, to keep the machinery of your life running while your spirit has already checked out. This is the part that so few people talk about. We have words for burnout. We understand quitting, but we lack a clear language for this in-between state, this emotional and spiritual resignation that precedes any physical action. This is not burnout, though it can certainly look like it. Burnout is the result of giving too much. This is different. This is the result of giving the wrong thing. It is the slow, creeping realization that the energy you are expending is no longer aligned with your values, your purpose, your sense of self. You will still feel this same hollowness, this same quiet absence. The routines that once provided structure and comfort now begin to feel like the bars of a cage. The morning alarm, the commute, the first cup of coffee at your desk. These rituals used to be the scaffolding of a productive day. Now, they feel like a sequence of obligations, chaining you to a life you are no longer sure is yours. The predictable path has become a treadmill, and you are running in place. It is so easy to misinterpret this state as laziness. Misalignment. The first label you reach for is often a critical one. You might see others moving forward with energy and enthusiasm and wonder what is wrong with you. But this is not laziness. Laziness is an unwillingness to act. What you are experiencing is an inability to connect. Your psyche is protecting your energy. It is a quiet rebellion, not a moral failing. Beneath the surface of this detachment and emotional retreat lies a profound and unspoken grief. You are not just tired of your job, you are mourning a version of yourself. We grieve what could have been. We grieve the futures we once imagined for ourselves. Acknowledging this loss is painful. It requires admitting that the energy you invested may have been for a dream that is no longer yours. If this feels familiar, you're not alone. This grief is not the end. It is the fertile ground from which a new identity can eventually grow. I remember a man I worked with years ago. Let's call him David. David was a brilliant architect, known for his innovative designs, obsessive about detail. He was the heart of our firm for over a decade. But then something shifted. In meetings, he became quieter, his sharp insights replaced by passive agreement. He still produced work, technically flawless, but the soul was gone. He looked tired in a way sleep couldn't fix. The turning point was small. He was reviewing blueprints for a new community center, a project that would once have thrilled him. He stared at the plans for an hour and fixated on a small patch of land for a garden. He started sketching flowers, not buildings. He realized he hadn't left architecture. Architecture had left him. His spirit no longer wanted to create workplaces. It wanted to create places for things to grow. Slowly, quietly, He built a bridge to a new life while still standing in the old one. The goal is not to reclaim the person you were. The goal is to get reacquainted with the person you are right now. This shift begins with a simple but profound change in language. Instead of asking, "What should I do?" start by asking, "Who am I now?" It grants you permission to be in a state of not knowing. It's about learning to sit with the right question. Giving yourself permission to grieve is not an act of wallowing. It is an act of honoring your own experience. You stop fighting against the current and instead learn to float, trusting that the water is carrying you exactly where you need to go. It is the practice of setting one tiny boundary. It could be leaving the office at 5 p.m. instead of 5:30 p.m., just one day a week. It might be declining a social invitation and instead spending that hour doing something that requires nothing of you. Each time you honor this tiny boundary, you build a muscle of self-worth. You are teaching yourself through action that your needs matter. This practice creates a small laboratory for self-discovery. You are not finding a new career. You are collecting data on what makes you feel alive. We have walked through the quiet, hazy landscape of being gone without leaving. The purpose of this journey was not to provide you with a map out of the woods, but to give you a lantern to see where you are. This journey from recognition to a gentle reframe is a sacred one. It is the bridge from feeling seen to truly seeing yourself. Feeling gone while staying put is often a symptom, a sign that the very definition of success you have been chasing has begun to feel hollow. The destination you worked so hard to reach feels strangely empty, and this can be the most disorienting experience of all. This feeling of being gone isn't the end of the story. It is the beginning of a crucial investigation into your own definition of a life well lived. The real question is not just how you find your way back to presence, but what you do when you realize that success doesn't feel like success anymore. If this journey of recognition has resonated with you, I invite you to continue it with me. Click here to explore why the victories can feel so empty and what it means to build a life where success and soulfulness are no longer separate pursuits. The story of who you become next is just beginning.